Alright, so we're doing the dig site quest. I'm chock full of caffeine and chicken, so I'm feeling a little bit better. So we'll see if we can get this done and maybe do the desert treasure today. And then we'll be down to just a handful of things to do before we can actually start digging into Recipe for Disaster. So we got to talk to the examiner, and then we got to take the exam to see if we can become one of them, I think. One of us, join us, we got pie. Anyways, um, so we started the dig site quest, and um, she will then give you an unstamped letter, shabam, and want me to take it to the Varrock Museum. Now, I don't know how far the Varrock Museum is from here. I guess far enough for a teleport. Um, they will give me a level 1 test. No matter what you answer on the test, you will get all 3 questions wrong. So guys, don't think I'm stupid. I'm destined to fail. It's not my fault. I was born to fail. Man, there's so much truth behind that statement. Curator Holland Haig. You must get the answers from the students in the dig site. Each student has lost one of them and will give you the answers when they get it back. Wait. Each student has lost one item and will give you the answers when they get the item back. So I'm hoping I have to do this first. Otherwise I just wasted a teleport. Um Okay, so I gotta go back to the exam center, and then I gotta get the answers from the from the students. Excuse me. Sorry about that. It's going to be a pretty consistent occurrence probably for the next couple of days. By the way, there's a cup of tea over here if you need one. I um I just bought mine from the Grand Exchange for like 20 coins, but I seen that on the way out, and I was gonna edit the wiki and be like, hey, you know what? The eastern exit of Varrock, there's a cup of tea on the table, but I decided I don't think I'm qualified for that, so I'm just gonna state it in my video. I'm not qualified to wiki. It is one of the good things and one of the bad things about Wikipedia. You can find all kinds of information, but anyone can put it on there. So you don't know if it's, good or bad. And I know you can source it and stuff, but I mean, it still doesn't mean much. And tell me, what is earth science? Uh, I guess I get all the answers wrong no matter what. Rubber chicken must be worn at all times. None correct at all. I think my answers were quite acceptable, but hey, I'm not the exam giver. So, there are 3 students at the dig site. There are 3 students at the dig site. Who can help you with the exam answers. Only when they get their lost items back. You do have to write down their answers as they are listed below. Okay. Right, so which one is this one? This got the teddy guy? It just says student. It doesn't give me a name. Oh, there's a teddy bear in the blue urn. Okay. So one of the bushes has a teddy bear in it, which can be found and return it to the female student found in the northwestern section. This is where you should be reading, right, instead of just doing. 1 teddy bear, northwest section, here we come. The blonde wearing all purple. Plurple. You doing nothing, man. Just let me stick my hand in your pockets. No homo. It says to save some time, steal an animal skull from the workman. Let's give it to him now, I think. I don't know if that's like the smartest idea, but it's literally right here, so I can't see why not. And now Northwestern Purple Girl gets the teddy bear. Last student in the eastern section of the dig site is wearing an orange shirt, lost his special cup. There she is. So I think that's what the cup of tea comes in handy for. The southeastern side of the dig site and pick up a panning tray. You know what, I didn't write down that guy's answer. It shouldn't matter. I mean, as long as the answers are right, like, I can get it right, right? Proper health and safety, leather gloves, boots, are worn at all times. Proper tools must be used. That's the answer I gave, so as long as I give the right answers, it should be okay. So let's go to the eastern dig site. Gotta find a panning tray. Apparently I need a specimen brush as well. There's the fellow we need to talk to. What did I get from him? There it is. Alright, specimen brush. Where does one find a panning tray? south. The panning tray is down in a little area south. Might as well get all our metaphorical ducks in a row before we go and talk to dude. That looks like a panning tray. Potentially. Now, I probably need it for down here. So I probably could have just picked it up along the way. But I don't think that far ahead. So you know. My bad. Okay. He was working near the tents when he lost it. Penny Guide will stop you and ask for a cup of tea. Once you have... Wait. If you have an uncut opal, keep it as you'll need it later. Once you have found... Wait, an uncut? Oh, if I get an uncut opal. Okay. You can pick up 14 panning trays and search them all. What? So I'm gonna look for the cup by panning. You can use our dig site if you give me a cup of tea. Otherwise, it's illegal. That's an abuse of power. Oh my gosh, there's the special cup. Okay, problem solved. Said you could do it 14 times. You trade 3 for a special cup in Varrock. You can... Should we do it tomorrow? Nah, you know what? I can do it later. Or not at all, probably. But I was wondering if I should just go ahead and do it 14 times, but I don't think I'm going to. People eligible to use the dig site are all that have passed the appropriate earth science exams. That is not the answer I gave the first time. I think I said just workmen and... Well, no, that is the answer I gave, I think. A roundabout way. It was workmen and professors or something. And students. The study of the earth, its contents, and history. I think that's the answer I gave for that one, too. If you guys didn't know, I tried to be an environmental science major once upon a time, but didn't work out. Always wanted to save the world. I can't even save myself. That's depressing. Anyways, so we can retake the exam, and I think it's 3 levels of the exam, so it's going to be this part, and then I gotta get another part, and then another part. So, Earth Science Overview, can you tell me what Earth Science is? Study of Earth's contents and history. All that have passed the appropriate Earth Science exam. And gloves, boots, and proper tools. I still think the rubber chicken should be on that list at least. You never know when you're in a dig site, you need a rubber chicken. Alright, level 1 exam complete. To pass the level 2 test... Oh, it gives you the answers right here. Should have just read that. Oh well. To pass the level 2 test, you must first fail the exam before you can speak to the 3 students again, to get the answers, and return to the examiner for your questions. So I gotta fail it, and then I can talk to them to get the answers, and then pass it. Not even gonna like, not even gonna concern myself with it. If I'm destined to fail, why bother, right? Triumph over any adversary. To pass the level 2 exam, you must fail it first. 3 students again to get the answers. Return to the examiner, and the questions will be. So I just talk to them? Well, that's convenient. I don't think I have to even do anything. I think I just talk to them and they give me the answers. No, I mean, I did get an animal skull for one kid and a teddy bear for another kid and a teacup, and all they had to do was give me one answer. So I think, or a special cup. So I think giving me 2 answers would be nice. I'm saving the best for last. And then we'll have to do the level 3. And that's a whole part 2. Man, these feel like they're getting longer. Well, I guess they are. Like, so, yeah. Okay, well, that gives us those answers. They're written here, so I don't really have to worry too much about memorization. So we gotta head back down to the exam center. I'm gonna take that test, and then we got the level 3, which is going to be slightly more complicated. No, it's actually pretty easy. Just have to get the girl an opal, and then we have a whole other thing we gotta do. So the questions are going to be, can you tell me how we transport samples? And it's going to be, samples are taken in rough form and kept only in sealed containers. The next question is going to be, what is the proper way to handle fines? Fines must be carefully handled with gloves worn. And the last one is, can you tell me the proper use for a rock pick? Oh, and the answer would be, always handle with care, strike cleanly on its cleaving points. Okay, samples are taken in rough form. Must be carefully handled with gloves worn. And always handle with care. And strike cleanly on the cleaving points. And that gives us the second one. So let's get the third one done. And so, once again, I think we have to fell it. So we might as well get that out of the way. I already have the cut opal because I had some left over from the quest that I did fixing the gnome runway. I can't remember what it was, but I had to fix the runway for the gnome by Rance, the ogre. I can't remember the quest, but so I had some extra in my bank. I didn't sell off or cut into arrow tips yet, so it was very nice and convenient. So when we go back, talk to the students again. They can tell me the answers. But the female will want an uncut opal for her help this time. So that'll be nice and simple. Hey, what's up, dude? Nice staff you got there. Is that a staff in your pocket, or are you happy to see me? I'm gonna need a stronger caffeine. Stronger, like do they have essence of caffeine at the dollar store? Concentrated caffeine, straight to the brain. No. Probably grab an energy drink here after this quest, I think. Get out and get some air. I don't think I'm taking any more of those, any more NyQuil, I'll tell you that. I think that's one of the reasons I didn't sleep well. It always messes with me. Like, the first dose knocks me out, but then immediately, like, the next day, if I have to continue on the regimen to, for however long, it kind of just, like, completely screws up my sleep to the point of me, like, barely sleeping at all. And weird dreams, too. Like, really weird dreams. I had the same dreams, like, same weird dreams when I had the nicotine patches. Try to stop smoking, and I slept with them on. Crazy dreams. Sometimes like horrible nightmares. Other times just like really freaky. I didn't mind really. I kind of like that kind of stuff. But when I wake up in a puddle of sweat, it's kind of annoying, especially when you have a partner. Like, what's wrong? Well, standard night terrors from cough medicine and nicotine patches. It only seems to happen like the following day. Like okay, so I think I started taking the fancy NyQuil things yesterday, the day before, and I slept like a baby. And then last night it was just like, it was just bad. Just bad. I woke up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I checked the Grand Exchange to see if I could flip anything. And I tried to go back to sleep. I think I dozed off for like 10 minutes. And then I was just like, you know what, I give up. And I went and made some hot cocoa, sat and got ready to do the quest, the Temple of Icove, or whatever it's called. So, okay, do this. The questions are going to be, can you tell me how we prepare samples? Samples cleaned and carried only in specimen jars. And then the next question will be, what is the proper way to use a specimen brush? Brush carefully and slowly using short strokes. Stroke. Sample cleaned and carried. Can you describe the technique for handling bones? Handle bones very carefully and keep them away from the other samples. Brush carefully, short strokes. And bones away from other samples. And that should give us the last doohickey. Hooray! Hooray! And perfect. Alright. So now I want to grab a specimen jar from the cupboard on the south wall. South wall. Cupboard. Those are bookcases, not cupboards. That's a cupboard. Okay. I gotta find a trowel, which I'm not entirely sure. It said I could get it during the quest. Oh wait, I have one. Where'd I get that from? Cool. So I got a trowel, a specimen jar, a brush, a panning tray. I think that's pretty much it. There's no search option. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's no search option. Speak to the archaeologist expert about tools again. Pickpocket to get a specimen brush. Dig in the northeasternmost dig site. Is that like a mist staff? It's one of those staffs that are like... Is that one of the mist staffs, or, I think it is. The mist or the smoke, maybe? Looks like a relatively new player, but those ain't crazy expensive. So northeasternmost thing. He probably speaks Spanish. And he's probably like, "What the heck is that guy talking about?" And I'm only assuming that he is that he's doing this quest. Level 3 digs only. Alright. Use your trowel on the soil near the skeleton's elbow. Got a bronze spear. This often takes many tries to find the talisman. A knife. I'm gonna fill up my whole inventory with junk. A needle. They should make this a level. What did I get? I found nothing. They should make a level for this. Archaeology. That'd probably be a pretty dead skill. Although, I mean, I can see very several ways I can incorporate it. Like different like trinkets and baubles to boost different stats, and um, finding old parts of weapons and things you can restore and use the smithing skill to restore and make legendary weapons or something. I could see how it could be used, but I wonder if it means this. Like, I would imagine this is the elbow, but if I don't get it by the time my inventory is full, I think I might switch to this thing here. Alright, so after several minutes, we found the strange talisman and 6 black med helmets that I just don't want to get rid of for some reason. But anyways, so we found the strange talisman, and it says it takes several minutes, and it did. I cut out a large section, obviously. When you find a talisman, a message will appear in your inventory. Take it to the archaeologist expert in the exam center, and it will tell you it's a talisman of Zaras, and is impressed. Then he will give you an invitation letter. You must show to the worker to give permission to go down the borehole. Or private dig shaft. If borehole sounds offensive, you can call it the private dig shaft. So, the archaeologist expert. So I get a special handwritten signed and documented letter from the president of the Archaeologist Exam Century Community Coalition to enter his private borehole. So, yeah, anyways. So I need 2 ropes, a trowel, a vial, a specimen jar, and a pestle and mortar. So I just so happen to have those items, and I just so happen to know where exactly I'm supposed to be going. So that's great. There are 2 winches in dig site in area 3 and 4. Use your invitation letter on the dig site workman that's working near a winch, and use the rope on the westernmost winch in area 4. I got a note. It says to use the invitation letter. Maybe I gotta read it first. The same problem with the other thing. I didn't read it, so it didn't register that I had it. No, it still didn't work. What if I use it on one that I can talk to? Okay, cool beans. Climb down the rope by operating the winch. Requires level 10 agility. Grab an Arsena root. Arsenia root. Grab an Arsenia root near the rope and go slightly east until you see some large brick rocks blocking a room to the south. Search the bricks, then go back to the surface. Head towards the northeast winch in the 3rd area. Head towards the northeast winch in the 3rd area, dig site. Use another rope and go down. That guy's looking for the thing too. Hey, look, a dude. You'll find Doug Deeping. Speak to him and ask him how he can move a large pile of rocks. And you get a key to a chest to be used in the chest in the tent where you found a panning tray. So I'm assuming we're going to go back up. You can also grab a root here, but we don't need, because I already have a root. Full recipe can be found in the bookshelf. A lot of people at the dig site today. So I think we're making some form of dynamite or nitroglycerin to blow up the boulders. Some unusual powder, potassium nitrate maybe? A lot of games and websites and stuff ain't allowed to give like the actual recipe for like gunpowder and stuff. I think it's super weird. I mean, you can figure it out. It's not hard. It's potassium nitrate, carbon, and sulfur. I'm not exactly sure the proportions. I think it's a 1 to 1 to 1. No, it's a 1 to 1, 1 to 1, I think. But I'm not entirely sure. But you're like not allowed to say that kind of stuff for some reason. Like people are gonna blow stuff up, but there's a million ways to blow things up. Like knowing the formula to gunpowder isn't gonna change. If somebody decides they're gonna blow something up and they have the cojones to do it, they're gonna do it. Anyways, I hope this is where I had to go because I completely just zoned out. A book of chemicals detailing the full recipes found on the bookshelves of the exam center. To find a component of the mixture is required. Explosive. Follow the steps below. Go to open the chest in the nearing panning area. Use your trowel on the barrel marked with the skull and bones. Rotate the camera on the west of the tent. Search the specimen tray on the tent with a specimen jar. Show the chemical powder to the archaeologist in the exam center. Oh, good God. Okay, so we got to go back, and we have to get, we have to, I would assume, get, I don't know, let me think. Go open the chest of the panning thing and get the chemical powder. Done. Then use your trowel on the barrel marked with the skull and crossbones, which is probably black powder, probably, maybe, I don't know. I can be more likely to guess when I see what color it is. Ah, there you are. Come here, baby. That could be sulfur. Or, this is glycerin. This is nitroglycerin, I bet. I actually don't know how to make dynamite. I don't know how to make dynamite. And I know it's something to do with nitroglycerin and some rock. Search the specimen tray north of the tent for a specimen jar in your inventory. Wait. Search the specimen tray north of the tent with a specimen jar in your inventory. North of the tent. I'm not sure if this will be useful or not. Search the specimen tray north of the tent with a specimen jar. You'll find charcoal. Okay, I already got charcoal. Grind it with a pestle mortar to get carbon powder. I'm confused. Is this... Okay, carbon, potassium nitrate, sulfur, liquid form? So it is gunpowder? Unless it's like the same principle for nitroglycerin. I don't know, I'm thinking too much. This is a freaking game. Just relax. If you're planning to do Desert Treasure, get a second charcoal to save time. I would love to. I don't know how to get... Can I not get a second charcoal? Okay, I'll just buy it. I don't care. Okay. So, show the chemical powder to the archaeologist expert at the exam center. It's ammonium nitrate. And then show him the unidentified liquid, which is nitroglycerin. That was a good guess. Ammonium nitrate, nitroglycerin, and charcoal. Charcoal, I think, just stabilizes it. Ammonium nitrate, nitroglycerin, and charcoal. Remember that. Someday I might need that. I mean, technically, if you're making soap, I think you can actually skim nitroglycerin off the top of it, or glycerin if you do it right. I'm not entirely sure how, but I'm pretty sure it's a thing. Okay. Mix the nitroglycerin and the ammonium nitrate and then add the charcoal. Then add the Arsenia root. Takes 10 herb lore. Don't drop it or you take damage. It'll damage you to 1 HP. That's kind of fancy. You can now make 2 chemical compounds at the same time. You only need 1 chemical compound for the quest. You can empty or drop vials without doing 25 damage. I don't know what any of that means. But it's time to go finish up. So we're going to go back down the westernmost wench, blow up the rocks, and use a tinder box on the bricks to blow it up, go into the room with an aggressive skeleton, and pick up a stone tablet, give it to the archaeologist expert, and the quest is done. Then we might do desert treasure tonight. And I think I'm going to probably grind out some Slayer or something that I can do mostly AFK so I can just zone out, maybe sleep for a little bit, maybe. So I use the chemical compound on here. And then the tinderbox on here. That was aggressive. Now we gotta go grab us a stone tablet. Level 22 skeletons. Freaking weenies. God, take a swing. Take a swing. I would love to shove my bow down your non-existent throat. And we gotta go back to the exam center. Turn in the stone tablet. Collect the quest. Edit up the video. Post it to YouTube. Go get an energy drink. Sorry, I was looking too far ahead. Maybe I'll get some pistachios too. I don't usually I don't eat nuts because they usually put too much salt on them and it ruins everything. But one night I was drinking and I decided I wanted a snack, and for some crazy reason I decided to buy pistachios, and they were like really good, and now I'm kind of like hooked. Like now, like whenever I'm craving something that's kind of semi-healthy and snack-like, I usually get pistachios. They're a little pricey, but I mean, they're healthy, they're filling, and they're already pre-shelled, so it's not a lot of work. Which is like the main reason why I don't eat like sunflower seeds and nuts and pumpkin seeds and stuff, because it's like chicken wings, like unless they're boneless, because it's more work to eat them than it is for the calories you're getting. To me, in my opinion, I'm like, I gotta stand there and crack all these things just to eat that little bit of food. I'll be hungry by the time I'm done cracking it. Now let's just cut to the chase here. think it'd be easier if we just use the tablet on dude and try to figure out what we're supposed to say. Two gold bars, wow. Because we got a pretty good, decent amount of mining experience, some herb lore experience, which is always nice. Some gold bars, and that'll be that. 52 mining, and 31 herb lore. Very nice. Alright guys, catch you for the next one.